Dahil sa pagod ni Eva nang nagdaang gabi, malapit na ang pananghalian nang magising siya. Masakit pa rin ang katawan niya, pero bumangon pa rin siya at kaagad na tumulong sa mga gawaing bahay bago naglista ng mga kailangang bilhin para sa tindahan nila sa kaniliko. Sa sobrang init ng panahon, wala nang epekto ang electric fan na nakatutok buong maghapon, kaya naman naligo ulit si Eva nang malapit nang mag-alas 5 ng hapon. "Sasamahan ka ulit ni Sir Terron?" tanong ni Nailuz kay Eva. Halata sa boses nito na hindi ito sang-ayon. Tumango si Eva habang sinusuklay ang may kahabaan niyang kulot na buhok. "Nay, libre na yun. Sayang naman, tapos may sasakyan pa. Sino ba ako para tumanggi?" Napailing si Nailuz. "Eva, huwag mong kakalimutan kung sino si Sir Terron. Alam mo naman ang tunay na estado ng buhay ni Sir Terron, di ba? Hindi siya katulad natin." Ngumiti si Eva sa ina na parang wala lang sa dalaga ang paalala nito. "Nay, alam ko. Huwag kayong mag-alala. Wala sa isip ko ang pakikipagrelasyon. Alam niyo naman ang sitwasyon ko, di ba?" Huminga na malalim si Nailuz. "Alam ko. Gusto lang kitang paalalahanan." Nginitian lang ni Eva ang ina, saka ay pinagpatuloy ang pag-aayos. Dahil mamimili sila ni Terron, tinali niya ang buhok para walang istorbo, saka komportableng damit ang sinuot niya at pinarisan niya yon ng walking shoes. At exactly 5 in the afternoon, Terron arrived with his low-key car. Eva called it low-key because as far as she knows, this was Terron's cheapest car, which was really not cheap. Terron opened the car door for her, as usual. "Alas 5 na ng hapon pero mainit pa rin," komento ni Terron nang makaupo ito sa driver's seat. "Sinabi mo pa, kahit electric fan nga walang gamit," ani ni Eva na sinuot ang seatbelt. "Mainit din ang hangin na binubuga." Inabot ni Terron ang AC vent ng sasakyan at itinutok yon lahat kay Eva na nasa passenger seat. "How about it? Still hot?" Sumandal si Eva sa kinakaupuan. Bakas ang kasiyahan sa mukha nito. "Parang ayoko nang lumabas ng sasakyan mo, Your Grace. Nakakatakot ang init sa labas." Mahinang natawa si Terron saka minaobra ang manibela paalis. "Enjoy it then." Eva just hummed and enjoyed the cold air coming from the vent. Kung hindi lang talaga malako sa kuryente, nagpa-aircon na siya sa kwarto niya. Pero sa tuwing napapaisip siyang bumili ng aircon, paulit-ulit niyang pinapaalala sa sarili niya na mahirap lang siya at wala siyang pera. "Ikaw ang nagbantay ng barbecuehan niyo kagabi?" Kapag kuwan ay tanong ni Terron nang nasa kalsada na sila. Anong oras kayo nagsara?" Sa tanong ni Terron, naalala na naman ni Eva ang pagod niya kagabi at napahikab siya. "Mga lampas alas 12 na. Parang binugbog ang katawan ko pagkatapos." "Want a massage?" Eva looked at Terron flatly. "Huwag mong sabihin marunong ka rin magmasahe, Your Grace." Terron glanced at Eva with a small grin. "I'm talented." Eva was close to rolling her eyes. "Hindi ko kayang bayaran ng serbisyo mo, Your Grace." "What payment? It's free of charge as always." Puno ng pagdududa ang tingin ni Eva kay Terron. Marunong ka ba talaga?" "Try me. I'm very talented with my fingers." Eva looked at Terron's fingers. "Di lang naman daliri ang ginagamit sa pagmamasahe ah." Terron immediately added, "It's not just my fingers that are talented. My whole hands can do wonder." Naniniwala si Eva na hindi siya green-minded na tao. Pero sa mga sandaling yon, parang bumerde ng kaunti ang kulay ng utak niya. "Gusto mo bang maging masseur?" Ayaw ni Eva na maging green-minded, kaya naman itinulak niya sa ibang direksyon ang pinag-uusapan nila. "May alam ako kung saan ka pwedeng mag-part-time, Your Grace." "Don't bother. They probably can't afford me." "Teka, kala ko ba free of charge ang masahe mo, Your Grace?" Terron just smiled and said nothing. Hindi rin ito kinulit si Eva, kaya naman nilukob ng katahimikan ang buong sasakyan hanggang sa magsalita ulit si Terron. "Nakapag-decide ka na ba kung saan mo gusto mag-dinner mamaya?" Naghikab ulit si Eva dahil malamig ang sasakyan at inantok siya bigla. This was a rare occurrence for her. May restaurant doon, malapit lang sa may supermarket na bilihan ko. Nakita ko siya nung huling punta ko doon kasama si Nay. Mura lang. Masarap ba? Siguro, di ko alam. Alright, let's try it. Napangiti si Eva. Ito ang gusto niya kay Terron. Hindi ito mahirap na kausap at hindi judgmental pagdating sa mga maliliit na restaurant o karinderya kahit mataas ang estado nito sa buhay. Terron was always willing to try new things and eat different food with her. They had known each other for more than a year, and she could say that Terron was not as perfect as he appeared outside, but his flaws were easily covered by his genuine personality. Kaya hindi niya pinapansin ang panunukso palagi ng mga baliw na kaibigan ni Terron. She liked what they had now, just genuine friendship between a male and a female. Mauna ka na sa loob. Ani ni Terron nang makarating sila sa supermarket. Maghahanap lang ako ng parking. Sige, kaagad na lumabas si Eva ng sasakyan at pumasok sa supermarket. With a big cart in her hands plus a list on the other, she started shopping. Only a few minutes after that, the cart was snatched away from her by Terron, the baggage boy. What else do you need? Tanong ni Terron na nakatingin sa laman ng cart. I'll find it for you. Ipinakita ni Eva ang listahan niya kay Terron. That's a lot. Terron commented before pulling out his phone from his pocket. Send it to me. I'll help. Eva immediately sent the list on her phone to Terron through the chat app they usually used when talking online. Ako na sa canned goods at sa ibang mabigat na nakalista rito. Ani ni Terron habang binabasa ang lista niya sa cellphone nito. I'll find you after I'm done. Eva would never say no to that offer. Hindi na nga siya mapapagod sa paglalakad, makakatipid pa siya ng oras. Kaya gusto niya makasama si Terron kapag namimili siya. Wala siyang masyadong ginagawa kapag kasama niya ang binata. She smiled sweetly at Terron to show her appreciation. Salamat. Instead of leaving immediately, Terron just stared at her without blinking, as if in dazed. Terron finally blinked before clearing his throat and smiling. I'll get my own card. See you later. Okay. Eva's eyes followed Terron's back until he disappeared from her side. Only then did she move and pushed her card. At dahil si Terron ang bahala sa mga mabibigat na nasa listahan niya, magaan pa rin ang card niya nang matapos siya. After checking that she got everything on her list, she went looking for Terron. Kaagad niyang natagpuan ang binata sa beverage section. May dalawa itong card na tinutulak. Isang malaking card na ang laman ay ang mga nasa listahan niya, habang ang isa naman ay maliit na card at puro inumin ang laman nun. Oh, hey! Terron immediately smiled when he saw Eva walking towards him. Done with your list? Tumango si Eva. Ikaw? Just buying some personal stuff? Bumaba ang tingin ni Eva sa laman ng maliit na cart. Puno yun ng canned alcohol drinks. Wala ka bang ibang bibilhin maliban sa mga yan? Yep, that's all I need. Terron exchanged their cards. He took the big card she was holding and gave her the small card. I don't cook, and I usually eat outside. Oo nga pala. Naalala na naman ni Eva noong unya niyang nalaman na may naghahatid ng pagkain kay Terron kapag nasa kondo lang ito at hindi kumakain sa labas. Alam mo, dahil sa pagiging baggage boy mo, nakakalimutan ko minsan na diamond spoon ka pala. Terron only chuckled at that and pushed the cart toward the counter. Hand me the money for payment. Ani ni Terron nang malapit na sila sa counter. You can just sit comfortably on the table outside. Mahaba ang pila sa lahat ng counter. Mapapagod ka kung pipila ka. I'll do it. Without a word, Eva gave the money to Terron, as if it was natural to just sit outside while Terron falls in the line on the counter to pay. This was the perk of having Terron as a baggage boy. At habang pumipila si Terron, bumili ng pagkain si Eva. Pakain-kain lang siya habang naghihintay. When she got bored, she sent a chat to Terron. Pangilan ka na sa pila? Kaagad na nag-reply si Terron. Panglima ako sa pila. Just wait a bit. I'll be finished here soon. What about you? What are you doing? Kumakain. Don't eat too much. We're having dinner later. Remember? Siomay lang naman ang kinakain ko. Saka 2 pirasong tinapay. Gutom pa nga ako eh. You didn't eat lunch? Hindi. Barbecue na naman ulam namin sa bahay kanina eh. Sawang-sawa na ako. Gusto ko ng gulay. Terron just cackled while reading Eva's reply. Alright, videos later then. Eva just sent a okay emoji. Nang hindi na nag-reply si Terron, bumili ulit si Eva ng siomay kapag ay naglaro siya ng brain training games sa cellphone niya habang naghihintay. It was to sharpen her mind while being idle. Then, while in the middle of the game, someone patted her head. I'm here. Anong baritong boses na kilalang kilala niya. Nagangat si Eva ng tingin kay Terron. Nakakaupo lang sa katabi niyang upuan habang nasa tabi nito ang 2 malaking cart na laman ang pinamili nila. Alis na tayo? Terron looked at her phone before leaning back in the chair. Later, tapusin mo muna yung nilalaro mo. Okay. Ibinalik ni Eva ang atensyon sa cellphone. A few seconds later, Terron moved and rested his chin on ends of Eva's shoulder to see what game she was playing. A puzzle game? Hard. Medyo. Anong level ka na? Level 213. Stunned, Terron looked at Eva. All he could see was the side of her face, and he couldn't help admitting to himself that Eva was really beautiful. Simple yet stunning. A dangerous combination. Addicting, even. And his mouth moved faster than his brain. You're very pretty. Nagtatakang nilingon ni Eva si Terron na nakapatong pa rin ang baba sa balikat niya. Halos ilang dangkal lang ang pagitan ng mga mukha nila pero walang pagbabago ang ekspresyon ng mukha ni Eva. Hindi ka rin ba nananghalian, Your Grace? Terron's lips formed into a charming smile. Oh, I ate. Talaga? Kumurap si Eva. Kung ganun, you're very handsome too, Your Grace. Terron's smile widened. I know. Eva rolled her eyes and returned her attention to the game. Gusto kong sabihin na hanghangin mo, Your Grace. Pero totoo namang gwapo ka at napaka-imposible na hindi mo alam yun. I know I'm handsome. Terron said softly, almost whispering. Halata nga. Patuloy ang paglalaro ni Eva ng puzzle. Buti na lang talaga, immune ako sa mga gwapong muka. Sa daming gwapong nakatira sa Bachelor's Village na araw-araw kong nakikita, yung utak ko hindi na nagbabuffer kapag nakakita ako ng gwapo. Minsan nga, hindi na ako nakapag-appreciate ng normal na kagwapuhan. Parang nagkaroon ng high standard ang utak ko pagdating sa salitang gwapo. So, who's the most handsome man in the Bachelor's Village? Terron sounded intrigued. Sa PV? Tumigil si Eva sa paglalaro, saka malalim na nag-isip bago sumagot. Para sa akin, ang pinakagwapo sa Bachelor's Village ay si Night at saka si Cloud. Terron felt sore when he heard that. How about me? Bakit? Nakatira ka ba sa BV? Natahimik si Terron sa sagot na yon ng dalaga. Oo nga naman, hindi siya nakatira sa BV. Simula pa lang, hindi na talaga siya kasama sa choices. Kung ganun, sino ang pinakagwapo sa aming magkakaibigan? Ipinasok ni Eva ang cellphone sa sling bag na dala sa katumayo. Tara, tapos na ako maglaro. Terron looked at Eva dryly. Eve, I saw you close the game with a still unfinished puzzle. Eva gave Terron a perfunctory smile. Tara na. But Terron didn't budge on his seat and just stared at Eva with accusation. You were dodging my question. Nanatili ang ngiti sa labi ni Eva. Ayokong sagutin, baka may baggage po dyan na magtampo. Hindi maipinta ang ekspresyon ng mukha ni Terron na marinig ang sinabi ni Eva. So, you're telling me that I'm not the most handsome in your eyes? Wala akong sinasabing ganun. I can read between the lines, Ev. Ganun naman pala. Mas tumamis ang ngiti ni Eva sa binata. Tara na, kumain na tayo. But Terron still didn't move a muscle. In addition, the baggage boy was now sulking. I can't believe how heartless you are, Eve. Nawala ang ngiti sa labi ni Eva, saka pinaningkitan ng mata ang binata sa harapan. Sapat nang malaman mo sa sarili mo na gwapo ka. Hindi mo na kailangan ng validation ng iba. Yes, I know that, but it just so happened that I want your validation. Bakit? Don't know. I just wondered. Napabuntong hininga si Eva bago nagsalita. Yes, Your Grace. You are very, very handsome. More handsome than Night and Cloud. Your Grace, masama ang magsinungaling kaya kumain na tayo. Terron narrowed his eyes at Eva, who was still smiling sweetly at him. I'm hurt, Eve. At gutom ako, Your Grace. Kaya naman tara na at kumain. Hinawakan ni Eva si Terron sa pulsuhan, saka hinila ang binata patayo. Tara na, kumain na tayo. Napabuntong hininga na lang si Terron, saka umiling-iling. Hindi pa rin niya matanggap na mas gwapo si Night at Cloud sa paningin ni Eva. He felt aggrieved that he sent a message to the lunatic group chat named Too Hot and Handsome to Handle, and even tagged Night before pushing the cart to follow Eva. Terron Dashwood at Night with angry emoji. Kaagad na binulsan ni Terron ang cellphone pagkatapos isend ang angry emoji, kaya naman hindi na nabasa ng binata ang maraming question mark na sagot ni Night. From the supermarket to the restaurant, Terron was silent. Buti na lang bumalik ang sigla nito pagkatapos nilang umorder ng pagkain. By the way, Eve, kumusta na pala yung balak mo maghanap ng trabaho? I think Zapantas and Vasquez Company are hiring. Nagbago ng isip ko. Sa tindahan na lang ako, walang katulong si Nay. Hindi naman talaga siya nangangailangan ng trabaho. Si Nay lang naman tong panay tulak sa akin na magtrabaho. Sayang daw yung tinapos kong kurso. Political science, right? Tumango si Eva. Why don't you proceed to law? Ani ni Terron na parang siguradong sigurado ito na papasa ang dalaga. I think you can do it. Natawa si Eva. Masyado kang believe sa akin, Your Grace. No, I really think you can do it. Giit nito, saka ipinatong ang mga sikos sa lamesa. Law school is not for everyone, but it's for you. I believe you can do it. Walang halong bola. Thanks, but... She trailed before changing the subject. Siya nga pala, Your Grace. Kailan ang balik mo sa Tuscany? Terron leaned back before answering. Hindi ko alam. Siguro kapag pinauwi na ako? You're the future Duke. Siguradong papauwiin ka nila. Terron shrugged. Monarchy had been long abolished in Italy, so the title was passed down in our family is nothing more than just that, a title. But our family is very traditional and still a very important figure in the society and politics. So they keep the title and pass it down to the head of the family. And they still believe in a noble blood and things like that. The title comes with a lot of responsibility and things I don't agree with, but it's my family. I can run away from all those responsibilities, but I can't turn back my own family. Tumango si Eva at lumambot ang mukha nito. Yeah, family is important. Terron stared at Eva for a short while. I'm reluctant to leave, to be honest. Sigurado akong makikita ko pa ang mga kaibigan ko, pero ikaw, sa tingin ko hindi na tayo magkikita kapag umalis na ako. Sinalubong ni Eva ang tingin ni Terron saka misteryosong ngumiti. Malay mo naman, tumaas ang dalawang kilay ni Terron. Seriously? Nagkibit balikat si Eva. Malay mo kapag nakatour ako sa Europe, chat na lang kita. Terron laughed at that. Then I'll accompany you on your tour, if I'm still single at that time. At kung hindi na, I'll probably won't reply. Napatango-tango si Eva. Okay, noted, Your Grace. Terron let out a deep, sexy chuckle. What's with Your Grace? Kakasabi ko lang na matagal nang inabolish ang monarchy sa Italy. It's just a title. Nagkibit balikat si Eva. Still, you're future duke by a noble blood and title. At saka, diamond spoon ka kaya. Bagay na bagay sa iyo ang Your Grace. Terron acquiesced with a pleasant smile. Alright, I will be Your Grace then. Eva nodded. Yes, Your Grace. Terron stared at Eva for a long while, and Eva stared back without a fuss. When Terron smiled, Eva smiled back. And then, Terron moved to sit beside Eva. Ituloy mo yung nilalaro mo kanina. Wala pa naman yung pagkain natin. Ani ni Terron pagkatapos ipatong ang baba sa balikat ni Eva. I'll watch. Without a word, Eva listened to Terron and continued the puzzle game. Habang naglalaro si Eva, tahimik lang na nanunood si Terron sa tabi ng dalaga. Eva enjoyed the game, while Terron enjoyed the silence. It was therapeutic, and they stayed like that until their food arrived. Terron then went back to his seat, and the two started eating. After the meal, when Terron offered to pay, Eva stopped him. Ako na. Ako ang pumili ng restaurant at ikaw pa lang nagbayad nung huli tayong kumain. Okay. Ibinalik ni Terron ang pera sa pitaka at hinayaan si Eva na magbayad. He had known Eva for more than a year and he knew how stubborn she could be when it comes to paying for foods or other things. Sa halip na makipag-agrumento ito, hinayaan na lang niya ang dalaga at bumawi na lang siya kapag siya ang pumili ng restaurant na kakainan nila. He was not used to women paying for his meal. He grew up with the mentality that men should pay for meal even if it was not a date. But after meeting Eva, he gradually got used to it. He was still a little bit uncomfortable about it, but after seeing the determined and sincere look on Eva's face every time she tells him she would pay, it was endearing. That was why he always acquiesced. Sa tingin ko, okay naman ang pagkain nila. Ani ni Eva nang makalabas sila ng restaurant at naglalakad na sila ni Terron patungo sa sasakyan nito. Pero hindi na ako babalik. Mahinang natawa si Terron. It's not so bad. How about I take you to a delicious buffet next time? Hindi ako hindi. Terron opened the door for Eva and placed his free hand on top of the door to protect Eva's head from accidentally bumping into it. After Eva was settled in the passenger seat, Terron closed the door, walked around the car to the driver's seat, and drove off. Dahil sa lamig ng sasakyan, hindi namalayan ni Eva na nakatulog pala siya. Namalayan lang niya na tumigil ang sasakyan sa tindahan nila at ginising siya ni Terron. Ininat ni Eva ang mga braso sa kalikod bago lumabas ng sasakyan. She was surprised that she fell asleep. It was a rare occurrence that she couldn't help being amazed. Thank you, Your Grace. Ani ni Eva nang maipasok lahat ni Terron ang ilang kahong pinamili nila sa loob ng tindahan. You're welcome. Naglakad na si Terron pabalik sa sasakyan. Sleep early and have a good rest. Before stepping inside the car, Terron looked at Eva and smiled. Have a good night, Eve. You too, Your Grace. Terron smiled one last time before finally getting inside the car and driving off to his condo. Nang makaalis ng sasakyan, kaagad na pumasok si Eva sa loob ng tindahan para ayusin ang mga pinamili. Saka lang siya nagpahinga nang naayos niya lahat. Nang patulog na siya, naalala niya ang pangalawang cellphone na in-off niya. Dahil hindi pa naman siya inaantok, in-on niya ang pangalawang cellphone kapag Juan ay napanguwi na makita ang napakaraming mensahe na natanggap. Wala siyang balak na mag-reply pero may isang mensahe na nakakuha ng atensyon niya. Kalalip ng mensahe ay larawan nila ni Terron na magkasamang kumakain sa labas. Humugot siya ng malalim na hininga saka sinagot ang mensahe na may kalakip na larawan nila ni Terron bago enough na naman ang cellphone para walang istorbo sa tulog niya. Pero sa halip na matulog, natagpuan niya ang sarili na nakatitig lang sa kesame at tinanong ang sarili kung tama ba ang ginagawa niya. Buong gabing hindi natulog si Eva. Nang makita niya ang liwanag na nanggaling sa labas ng bintana, napabuntong hininga na lang siya saka mahaba ang ngusong napabulong. Anong sleep early and rest well? She, of all people, she knew that fall asleep she needed to be so exhausted to the point of collapsing. Walang sleep early and rest well sa kanya. Bakit ba ako nakinig sa Diamond Spoon Baggage Boy na yun? She groaned and rubbed her face with the palm of her hands. Then she grumpily grabbed her phone and sent a message to Terron. Kape, please. Terron did not reply, but half an hour later, a coffee and a croissant were delivered to their store. Walang imik na kinain yun ni Eva. Pagkatapos ay pinagod niya ang katawan sa mga gawaing bahay at pagtuhog ng karne para sa barbecuehan nila mamayang gabi. At nang pagod na siya, Saka lang siya pumasok sa kwarto niya para matulog. Nothing had changed. Only exhaustion could make her fall asleep. She preferred that than taking sleeping pills and having nightmares every night. At least, in exhaustion, her dreams were free of blood and death.